the Quran, no matter how traditional or popular, it is not guaranteed truth. In fact, the Hadith literature came 250 years after the Quran, and by the Quran standards, that is not a valid source for divine authority. That is why I do not follow Hadith, not out of rebellion, but out of obedience to the Quran. So if you truly want to follow Islam, start where Allah started, with His book, with His words. No assumptions, no cultural pressure, no judgment. I am not here to please the majority that will hate me. I'm here to reach the minority that will understand. And may Allah guide us all to the truth. Assalamu alaikum.
MashaAllah. Thank you, sister. Thank you so much. The first time I'd watched her video, I described her as a Christian and a revert, because I thought she's somebody like me that didn't know anything about Islam, that just reverted to Islam like myself. And I said that she's a Christian. You know, looking at her, you know, looking like me, you know, dressed like me. So I thought she was a Christian. But I was wrong, because I'll continue playing you her video for you to understand what I'm saying. She said that her parents are Muslim. She was born into Islam. But she's someone that has a mind of her own, that read Quran and notice that maybe all the pushes, all the things that look like false in it, that it's not in Quran. Because you see, she was, you know, she was breathing and speaking Quran, using Quran verses, teaching, and I was like, wow. Okay, before I continue, let's continue listening to her.
Something deeply important about my journey with Islam, and I also want to be clear about who I am and why I follow what I follow. I was born and raised Muslim. I am not a revert. Shout out to y'all. But like many others, I'm at a place where I'm seeking the truth through the Quran alone. That means I do not accept rules, judgments, or religious claims unless they come directly from the Quran, the book Allah Himself called complete, detailed, and sufficient. So if you find yourself judging me for my lashes, my tattoos, or my decision to not always wear hijab, I want to be clear. Allah says, say, bring your proof if you are truthful. Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 111. And whoever does not judge by what Allah has revealed, it is they who are of the Zalimun, the wrongdoers. Chapter 5, verse 45. So if your judgment is not backed by the Quran, not only is it invalid, it's oppression. Allah also tells us that the Quran is complete. This day I have perfected for you your religion, completed my favor upon you, and approved Islam as your way of life. Chapter 5, verse 3. Indeed, this Quran guides to what is upright and gives good news to the believers. Chapter 17, verse 9. Anything beyond this, any source of authority, is a path to misguidance. This is my path, which is straight, so follow it. Do not follow other ways, for they will separate you from His way. Chapter 6, verse 153. The Quran even warns us about following anything after the ayat of Allah. These are the verses of Allah which we recite to you in truth. Then in what hadith after Allah and His verses will they believe? This is chapter 45, verse 6. And that is Allah, your Lord, the truth. So what is there after truth except error? Chapter 10, verse 32. That means anything after the Quran, no matter how traditional or popular, it is not guaranteed truth. In fact, the Hadith literature came 250 years after the Quran, and by the Quran standards, that is not a valid source for divine authority. That is why I do not follow Hadith, not out of rebellion, but out of obedience to the Quran. So if you truly want to follow Islam, start where Allah started, with His book, with His words. No assumptions, no cultural pressure, no judgment. I am not here to please the majority that will hate me. I'm here to reach the minority that will understand. And may Allah guide us all to the truth. Assalamu alaikum.
MashaAllah. You know, I so much appreciate her. She's a Muslim. She's born a Muslim, and she now decided to go and grab Quran and read Quran. She read Quran. And she's not one of those that will say, oh, I am a Muslim. I was born a Muslim, but I stopped being a Muslim. I ran away from Islam. No. You know why she's still a Muslim today? Because she read Quran. Had it been she didn't read Quran the way I see her, she would have turned around. But she read Quran. She noticed the truth. And she is standing up that, oh no, you cannot push her. Whenever you want to push her, you must show her what it is in the Quran. Because people like me, when you want to push me, you have to come with the Quran. Once you come with the Quran, you can get me pushed around. But if you don't come with Quran and telling me that I should change my culture because of where the Prophet came from, I will tell you no, because the Quran 49:13 is making me to understand that me too, I have a culture. I came from somewhere. You understand? So I like her a lot, and I am so happy that she's still a Muslim coming on social media to, you know, to explain why it is the way it is for her, like I'm doing here every morning. Thank you guys for listening. Remember, she's not a revert. See you on my next video.